Hey lovely people, and welcome again to Each One Teach One. This is Regina, and it's my hope that you're doing great wherever you are watching me from. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to all of you wherever you are watching me from. Now, I know I'm not used to sharing my videos or doing my videos in the evening, but this evening, I feel there is a topic that we really need to share. I really needed to share with you guys, and it's on loyalty. The reason why I've chosen to discuss with you this evening on loyalty is due to some inboxes that I have received from last week on a topic that I shared with you guys a few weeks ago. I believe it was sometime last month, and it was on forgiveness, and I gave the title of that topic, Forgive for Your Own Sake. Now, there is an issue, and I feel we need to clarify, because I feel from some of the inboxes that I have received, and I appreciate them, but I feel that there is a misconception of this topic, forgiveness, in our society today. So I received a few questions, and there is one question that I feel I found the importance of us sharing it, and it's on a guy who mentioned that he did something wrong to somebody from a member of his family. He wronged them, and now it's been years, and he has been trying to get back to them, and just letting them know that he's sorry and he wants to apologize to them, but they just don't seem to receive it, to respond in a positive way, and they don't seem to to want to forgive him. Now, the reason why I want to connect that topic with loyalty is because I feel that loyalty has an expiration date. And the reason why I say this is that if you really are sorry for what you've done to a person or to anybody, be it a friend, a spouse, or even a relative or a family member, and you're really trying your best to reach to them, doing all the good that you purpose to do to them, and they don't want to reciprocate it, I feel that all in the name of being loyal, all in the name of being a Christian, all in the name of wanting to forgive, to get their forgiveness, and yet they are not responding well. I think, and I truly believe that it's okay sometimes to give them space. I know that you feel desperate right now for their forgiveness, and you feel miserable after they have shown you every single sign that they don't want you anymore in their lives. And I would like to ask you, how do you feel whenever you hook up with them? Do you end up going home feeling miserable, or do you feel happy about it? If you're feeling miserable every time that they ask you out, or you hang out with them and you're feeling miserable, then you've got to stop doing what you're doing right now. If you have really tried for them, you have really tried to ask for their forgiveness, and they are just not willing to reciprocate the forgiveness, or even to accept the forgiveness, it's okay to love them from a distance. In my past, a time came when I was so desperate for people to accept me wherever I went. If I found someone who has not yet accepted me, I would go to any extent to make them accept me, no matter what they were doing to me. I used to follow people around, especially those who had not really, like, if I wronged you, or I wronged them, and they still didn't accept my forgiveness, I would do anything possible just for them to accept me back. But I realized, a time came when I realized that I was wasting too much time trying to get their approval, trying to convince them to forgive me, but yet they are not just willing. Now I'll be honest with you, and I will share with you and openly tell you that there are some people who just don't want to make peace with you. No matter what you do, no matter how much sacrifice you make just to get their approval and their forgiveness, they have just decided not to accept you the way you are, or even to accept your forgiveness. Now, what do? You give them space and you love them from a distance. I am a Christian and I would not be here sharing a video on hatredness, or hatred, or telling people not to forgive, not to ask for forgiveness. Yes, you can ask for forgiveness for as many times as possible, but if the other partner or the other side, the other person is not willing to cooperate for as long, and you have been really trying to make things work for a very long time and it's not working, you just love them from a distance. Don't let someone make you feel miserable just because you of a mistake that you or a mistake that you did to them years back. You're going to waste a lot of energy trying to convince people to accept you, trying to be loyal to people who don't even know or even understand what the meaning of loyalty is. So for that one person who inboxed me last week, regarding forgiveness, and that person that feels that you have been seeking for forgiveness from that person, that relative of yours, that would be my advice to you. I don't want you to hate them. I don't want you to, because in as much as you want, you will give them space, they still remain your family members, they still remain your blood. But that does not mean that you have to be loyal to people who are just mistreating you, making you feel miserable every day of your life, trying to literally begging them for forgiveness, and they don't want to cooperate. Just give them space, respect them for who they are, and accept that you have already asked for forgiveness from them and they are not willing to commit. Stop being loyal to people who are not loyal to you anymore. I mean, they have shown you every single sign that they don't need you in their lives just because of that one mistake that you made. Accept it and give them what they want. If they want you out of their lives, give it to them. You don't go around forcing yourself to people, to anyone. Be it a family member, be it a friend, be it whoever it is, be it a boss. I have worked in companies whereby I see people literally beg the boss to accept them, and they do anything possible in this life to be accepted. And they keep on, and I also have seen people stick to the partners who are not just loyal to them, and they are just sticking to them all in the name of I'm loyal to this person, I'm committed to this one. Okay, are they reciprocating it? And you end up feeling miserable all the days of your lives instead of being happy. You don't have to force yourself to anybody. You don't have to remain loyal to people who are not loyal to you. And I don't mean that you go around messing. If it calls for you to give them space, just give them space. Be good, but there's an expiration to loyalty. You just don't keep on forcing yourself to people who are not willing to let go of mistakes that you made in life. You don't have to. When time is right, they'll come around. So I felt it's important to make it clear to you, the person who inboxed me, wherever you are right now, and also to just share the video just in case there is anyone else out there who is doing or who is going through the same issue. Sorry guys. So I hope that you're going to have a wonderful time, evening, morning, or wherever you are. And remember that God loves us. He will never leave us. He will never forsake us. And I love you all. Ciao.